A woman has been found guilty by an Arizona jury of conspiring to murder her estranged husband in 2019. Lori Vallow Daybell pleaded not guilty and represented herself in court. Daybell was already sentenced to life in prison without parole in a separate trial for killing her two children back in 2019. For more, let's bring in CBS News legal contributor Jessica Levinson. She's a professor at Loyola Law School in Los Angeles. Jessica, good to see you. Vallow Daybell already serving life sentences for the murders of her children, 16-year-old Tylee Ryan and 7-year-old JJ Vallow, and for conspiring to murder her then-boyfriend Chad Daybell's wife, Tammy. It is a tangled web of really tragic cases. Give us your take on the verdict Tuesday.
My take is that the jury just did not believe the minimal defense that she put up. Now, we know that in all criminal cases, it's the prosecution's burden to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that there's guilt and that the defense doesn't have to put up any case at all. She, of course, represented herself, didn't put up any witnesses, didn't put up really any evidence. She just argued really in the opening and closing, and I think the prosecution provided a very compelling story. They had evidence. They had her brother saying, yeah, I think she did it. I think she conspired to murder her estranged husband. I think all of that was very compelling for the jury.
And so you think ultimately her decision to represent herself affected the verdict?
I don't know if it affected the verdict. I think there was a really strong case here, regardless of whether or not she represented herself. But I know that she didn't put up much of a defense in this case. And I don't know that having the best defense attorney in the world would have been outcome determinative. But I suspect that there would have been more there for the jury to consider.
So I already mentioned the life sentences she has been sentenced to. I'm guessing that will have no bearing on the sentencing for this case. What happens next?
So what happens next is that she will be sentenced based on this conviction of conspiracy to commit first-degree murder. And then there may be an appeals process, as there typically is. We should, of course, remind people that appeals don't necessarily mean that there was some error with respect to the verdict. It means that people in this country get a bunch of opportunities to argue their case, even after a conviction. So I think there will be appeals, but I don't think she will ever get out of prison. In the previous cases, obviously she's serving life sentences, or in this case, I think we're looking at a lengthy sentence as well.
Okay, Jessica Levinson, thank you.